Three, two, one, bang. What's going on, YouTube? Nick here again, coming at you with another video. Today, we're going to be going over the seventh pillar, and that is purpose. So without further ado, let us dive right in. Purpose is the thread that gives meaning to our lives. It's not just what we do, but who we're called to be by God in our lives. Without purpose, we just drift around aimlessly, looking for a place to be, looking for things to do. But with purpose, we endure, we grow, and we make an impact in the world. We leave wakes in our path. We're all looking for purpose in our lives, myself included. Purpose is the thing that drives us each and every day. And if we don't have purpose, our drive is usually non-existent, it's null and void, and we can go through our entire lives, unfortunately, without a deeper purpose rooting us to the success that we can bring to the world and that we are called to bring to the world. Myself, I've been searching for purpose my entire life. I've been looking since I was young. I've been looking high and low, far and wide, and trying a multitude of things to see, what does my heart tell me about these things? What does my mind tell me about these things? And most importantly, are these things in alignment with God? Being unsure about where I've wanted to go and what I've wanted to do has caused me anxiety and panic. It's caused me distractions and unwanted pain and unnecessary pain. And the closer that I've gotten to God, the closer that I've found my purpose. And I know that it's my purpose because it resides within my heart. It gives me joy and satisfaction, and I don't feel tired or drained when I'm doing these activities that I feel called to do, that I feel as though my purpose is. A little bit about my background and kind of where I am today. You know, at my last job, I just didn't want to be there anymore. I put in over 7 years of time, and I wasn't finding that same joy, that same satisfaction, that same drive that made me get into it in the first place. And truthfully, the real reason, as many of us do, is money. And the more money that I got, the more promotions that I had, you know, the more responsibility and things that I was the caretaker of, it didn't matter anymore. And it's unfortunate thinking back, because I remember a time when what I had at that point was more than anything that I could imagine. And I actually obtained what I set out, what my goal was at that time, what my purpose was in that moment. And I realized that as I'm going through life, as I'm doing these things at my last job, this can't be everything that there is meant to be for me. And that's what continued my search in a greater purpose in this world. Fast forward from that moment, a couple years later, I was praying to God and asking Him to enter into my life. It's a very dangerous prayer to pray. And little did I know, a couple months later, He would have stripped everything from me. My identity, the things that brought me joy and satisfaction, and He would replace everything that I held so close to my heart with things that He held so close to His heart. And He was like, here you go. This is the Nicholas that I want you to be. And because of that, I'm here talking to you today. I moved 3,000 miles away from where I was at that time. And I continue to evolve and grow and endure the pain, the suffering, to reap the blessings and the rewards that He has for me in His kingdom. And going through this journey, I can proudly say that I feel closer to my purpose than I have ever felt before. It's important not to give up, and it's more important to never settle for things that we don't feel and we don't resonate with in our hearts. Life is about growing and evolving into who we are to become, not just settling for what life has given you in that moment and running with it until the grave comes for you. but it's for going after what truly resides within our hearts and in our minds, and what God continues to give to us in our lives. Settling will be the end of who we are to become. It stops our growth, it stops our expansion, it stops our journey in its tracks. And that's a shame, because there's so much more for you to have in life if you just keep moving. I know it's hard, and I know there's a lot of struggles that come with it, but the journey is the point of us being alive. The journey is the destination. And the closer and the sooner that you realize that statement, the more happiness and more joy you're going to obtain than you ever thought possible. Culture pushes us to find ourselves through achievement and identity. But through scripture, God tells us that we are called by Him and not just created randomly. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Proverbs 19:21. When you pursue God, it helps bring clarity into your purpose here on earth. It allows us to fulfill that purpose with God as our leader, which allows us to live and pursue this life with the greatest reason that we could possibly have. Distractions like social media, hustle culture, comparison of others, it drowns out our purpose and our calling. And when this happens, especially on a daily basis, it's so easy to get lost in the noise. And it's very sad and unfortunate that we actually put ourselves in the noise more often than not. We open up these social media apps. We download the next big thing, the next trending app, just to try to fit in and have that aesthetic of success that the culture of the world is trying to push on all of you. And it's not the way to be. So I want you guys to take action today. I have 3 simple steps that I want you guys to do after you watch this video. The first one is to just seek God first. Sit and ask Him. Pray daily and surrender. Ask Him, what do you want me to be? Don't ask for things in your plan to work out, because they're very small and minute. His plan is far greater than our plan ever could be. The second thing is to look at your burdens and your passions in life. Often our purpose is usually what breaks our hearts or gives us life. And the third thing is to take faithful action. You don't need full clarity to move forward in your life. Walk in trust that God has the next step planned out for you. Movement is far greater than perfection ever could be. A couple things that I like to do in my own personal life is to journal, to sit and meditate, and to pray, asking God for direction and the narrative that He wants me to have on the day that I am present in. That's going to wrap it up for today, guys. I really appreciate you watching this far and for tuning into the 7th pillar today. Like, comment, and subscribe, because the next video is coming in a couple days and I don't want you guys to miss it. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.